Lights, camera, action.
In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film.
Cut.
That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Munfrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I'm Kevin Munfrey, and this is We'll Fix It in Post. I have my cohorts with me, Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
And Carson Hype Ferguson.
Yeah.
So today we want to talk about new media. Now, traditionally, as we were growing up, the type of ways we would consume media would be mostly television, radio. Was that basically it?
Newspaper.
Newspaper.
Magazines.
Comics.
Comics.
I guess
Okay.
That's a legacy. That's a legacy media.
If you want to throw that in, we can throw that in. But now we consume it through Facebook, Twitch.
Through our phones.
Mainly our phone. I mean, basically, you can basically say our phones.
Computers and phones.
I mean, like the phone is like the new computer though now.
It is
for most people.
It is.
And I mean, the things we look at through our phones, like the Twitches, the YouTubes, Facebooks, Twitter.
Those one websites.
Yeah, those one websites. We're not gonna name any names, but those one websites.
I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know what y'all talking about. So,
Hey, he knows exactly what we talking
now,
Hey.
about.
because of these new media, we have more people creating their own content. It's kind of easier to get your stuff out there. Now, do you think that kind of, I don't know, like how do you think it affects media for its content creation?
It's just like the camera or whatever, like the DSLR or even the VHS camera back in the day. The democratization of technology and actually the cheapening of technology has made things a whole lot easier to create. But I think with that, I think some of us need to sit back and work on story a little bit.
Yeah.
Because a story is truly lacking and it's not as good. I don't like gatekeepers, but at the same time, there needs to be some kind of quality.
I mean, yeah. Now it's all about the quality. Now it used to be all about the story, but you got good quality. We don't care what it is. Oh, that looks good.
Well, speaking of that, have you seen the Army of the Dead, the new one on Netflix?
No, not yet.
No.
I was like, I didn't notice it, or I mean, I did notice it, but it wasn't distracting to me. But I was talking with a bunch of people, like on one of the groups I'm in. They were actually upset at the way it was shot.
Really?
Because like a lot of the background was so blurry or whatever. Because I guess he shot it with some kind of vintage lens.
I mean,
He used like two lenses.
I mean, in my opinion, that would look cool though.
I was like, no, the shots, I thought they looked beautiful. And like, but I see like, of course, I'm only looking at like, the top comments, and the top stuff was people are angry about it.
Right.
So like, I didn't like take a general deal, just like anecdotal stuff. The first things that popped up.
Now, let's say for somebody who is like a director or whatever, you're just trying to get stuff out there. And now usually, let's say back in the 90s or whatever, it would take more money, there'd be more gatekeepers. Whereas now, they just kind of do it, put it on YouTube, put it on their Facebook, and they just do it now. It may suck at the beginning, but they get a chance to do more and more of it.
I mean that's how Saw got found out through YouTube, and now like we're on a different franchise, off a spinoff of the first franchise. Like, was it Spiral, the Book of Saw, or
the one with Chris Rock?
Yeah, one with Chris Rock.
I can tell you.
Yeah,
I saw 1 and 2, and that was it.
No, but that was based off a YouTube short.
I believe it. Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like, and some of those movies were really, really good. I mean, past two. I'm like, man, like, compared to some of those movies, like, whatever. Like, I'm not going to theaters to watch like Fast and Furious anymore.
Right.
but I will watch it if it comes on TV.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of things. I'm not gonna go to the theaters and watch no more. That's only because I make my own films now. So for me,
No Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
no,
Man, no Toxic Avenger.
no,
No trauma films.
no.
Oh man, come on.
In order to get me in a theater and to watch something now, it would have to be it would have to be one of my top 10 actors or actresses that's in it, and that's saying a lot.
You know what? Like,
And you can see them on Netflix probably.
Exactly.
I mean, I know this is off subject. Yeah, I tend to do that.
Go right ahead.
But a hero movie that I would love to see, Storm. A very good rendition of Storm.
That would be very hard to do
Why?
because it's all versions of Storm though.
Yeah, but I'm saying a good representation of Storm though. I mean, like, yeah, no respect, shade to Halle Berry. That wasn't Storm.
I like her as Storm though, but I like Halle Berry.
I want dark chocolate, maybe 90s Mohawk Storm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Regal. I want Storm.
Okay, I got you.
That's what I want.
I got you.
So who would you want to play it?
Man, it probably have to be an up and coming artist, actor. I don't think you would get somebody established.
No, that's.
So
I
you
mean, that's
wouldn't
how
want
people are
nobody
now.
established?
I mean, and there's this thing that they used to do back in the day. They would pair like a known actor with a non-known actor. Now it's almost like kind of lazy to where they have to have all established actors together. You only really have to have one or two names.
Yeah. Yes or no?
So say if you had Hugh Jackman in it, you have to have a known actor to play Storm and Colossus and this.
No.
I'm like, why? Why would you need that? I mean, look at Star Wars. Like, old boy wasn't nobody. The British dude or whatever was the old aging actor.
Yeah.
And Mark Hamill, nobody knew who he was at the time.
Speaking of Star Wars, I forgot his name, but he is in a new Netflix film called Hudson about the guy who made the clothes. Halston. That's the name of it. I just watched it. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot the actor's name though.
New media.
So let's take it as film.
Right.
Now, the new media for film would be Amazon,
Netflix.
all
Hulu.
those. Now, in one aspect, you get more content, you get more films. It probably also helps with maybe more diversity in film or diversity in thought, maybe.
I say film. I don't know about thought. I mean, because it's still kind of almost Hollywood-esque like, and you're still getting kind of the same type of films. You're not getting a bunch of experimental things out there.
Not like it was at first.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think films, I say in the 90s, was more experimental than the stuff you would see now?
Yeah, like I watched a documentary a while ago, The Hollywood Banker, and there's a guy who's from like Poland or like one of those Eastern Bloc European countries or whatever, like right around USSR area, and he was the Hollywood Banker, and he financed a lot of like movies, so like Terminator, all these like movies were like experimental at the time. Nobody really wanted to take a chance. He helped bring in some of those Hollywood blockbusters.
Well, there's certain things now. I can't put my finger on it, but there's certain things now that are also experimental that people aren't taking chances on. And that's why they develop it and they put it out on a platform like YouTube. People see it and then they like it. And then that's when the popularity and the deals start coming in for that person.
So, like, what makes me ask a question now, the question I was going to ask, is like, why don't more Hollywood companies do that then? Why not just source and incubate films, let them build the audience, and then come riding on a white horse and then it costs a whole lot less?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Cheaper than greenlighting, a film from the ground up,
right?
And then having to have to build an audience.
I mean, yeah.
So let me try to make sure I get understand. So you're like just kind of fund some filmmakers,
Well, I mean, like you can fund filmmakers, you can have contests. I mean, like some of the stuff is done right now, and I see it. You can do crowdsource funding, but you'd be like, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to have 6 or 7 like short filmmakers or whatever. They're already established. Maybe they're award winners already, and they have already a track record. We're gonna give them a little bit of money, whatever seed money, to do a project, and we're gonna put it out here, put the feelers out, and then if it gains some traction, then we're gonna put a little bit more money into it, and then build it like stages. So you'd be like, all right, we're gonna build the first floor. All right, that worked. Let's build the second floor. All right, let's abandon the second floor. Now it's just a 1-story building. So
would they started off as a short or
yeah, why not? Start off as a short, and then if the short works out, extremely short, so under 2 minutes type deal. And then if it works out, or maybe it starts off as a contest, and now you don't spend any money as a company. And then after the short's done, you do a longer short, maybe a crowdsource funding campaign or something like that. I'm thinking okay, if you're business people, that's a easy business thing. Then you could put more stuff out there and you get more back at a cheaper cost.
I mean, yeah, maybe you can pitch that to write an email or something like that.
They ain't gonna listen to me, man.
You never know. You never know.
They ain't gonna listen to me. I'm crazy.
We all are a little bit.
Now, do you think
I'm really not crazy. I'm just saying that. I gotta make sure I say that just so nobody's be like, see, he said it
That's
right
that
there.
Crazy guy.
He said it right there. Look at him.
Yeah, that crazy guy on that podcast.
So, do you think that how films are being kind of going into more of a new media space today? Does it affect traditional major movie companies?
Yeah, big time. I mean, it pulls away attention. So you can't really do mass media like you used to, and then designing a movie for the greatest mass of people to consume is almost impossible now, because there's so many different choices and so many different people, and people expect more now. So I would even say they would expect more from the media too. So you can't just give them a movie now. You got to give them that whole encompassing deal. So think George Lucas with Star Wars. You had to build a world that you can sell them on at every point in turn. Not saying that everybody's gonna be able to do this, but I mean the most popular franchises are gonna be able to do that. I mean Stranger Things, for example. I mean that harkens back to some of the early Steven Spielberg stuff. That's what I feel like it's inspired by.
Yeah,
I mean it's got that feel to me, and it's okay, you can sell T-shirts off of that. What if the person had a pendant on or something like that? You could sell stuff off of that too, and but a lot of people are just thinking film. They're thinking one-off.
Right.
So as far as you mentioned, selling a world or a universe of sorts. So that's easier for Frank Lucas and Star Wars. He did that in the 70s, or it's easier to do for comic book films. But somebody who's just trying to do something new, how do you necessarily sell an audience to a world they've never thought to look into?
Well, I mean, you got to make it interesting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Instagram and all this other stuff, you have to grab attention somehow there too.
So it has to be something in it that's going to grab their attention.
Yeah. I mean, look at the show The Chi. I haven't looked at any of their socials or whatever, but that's super intriguing. Cause it follows the kid around and you see him grow up. It's always interesting seeing a person grow up anyway.
Right.
Whether it be a celebrity or otherwise. I mean, would you ever believe that Shad was gonna do I don't even know the dude's first name or whatever, do a versus with Soulja Boy?
You know what?
Yeah.
It sounded crazy until I saw it, and I was like, it makes more sense than him and Lil Romeo.
No, not really.
Bow's got way more hits than.
He's got way more hits than Soulja Boy.
But Soulja Boy can add more. What Lil Romeo can add, maybe 3 in the ICDC commercial.
I think Romeo has more hits than Soulja Boy.
Romeo has a lot, Romeo, like people underestimate Romeo. Like he has a lot more than what you think.
And the reason why I would put them together anyway is because they came up around the same time.
See, it makes sense logically because yeah, they did come up around each other. But as far as musically, especially just mainstream music wise, I don't think as far as like child rappers or whatever, I don't think anyone touches Bow Wow.
Yeah, maybe.
But the closest one I could think of, like, because first I was like, well, maybe like the Criss Cross group, but no, they didn't really have as many.
That wasn't Bow Wow's era.
And it wasn't like the only person you could probably put within his era is Soulja Boy. And
yeah, but Soulja Boy was after. Soulja Boy is like, I mean, much later. Like you talking about like what, 15? About 15 years?
It wasn't that long.
No, I don't think it was that long.
It wasn't that long. Cause I remember when that
at least 10. At least 10.
What year did Big Mama's House come out?
I don't even remember.
I can't even tell you that.
I can't, but I think so because like, you remember Soulja Boy doing like on Napster, and he'll have his song on other songs that you were listening to at the time.
That's a terrible strategy. I hated when people did that, and anybody that did that, I was like, and that's when I was a Kaza King too. You know, maybe I shouldn't have admitted that.
I was in 2000.
2000. Big Mama's House.
Yeah.
So that's when Bow Wow really shot off with that song. You know, he was featured on that song.
So
with, Monica and Jermaine Dupri.
What's the name? He didn't pop off until about not 10 years, not quite 10 years, because the Soulja Boy Tell Him stuff was probably about 11 maybe years after that Big Mama's House came out.
I feel like it was 2010.
Because I know Booty Meat came out. It's Soulja Boy song. Yeah, that was like one of the early buzz deals or whatever. Booty Meat came out in like 2007.
Okay.
And I was like,
Crank That came out in 2007 though.
Crank That Soulja Boy came out in 2007. So
Yeah.
it was like 7
it
years.
got re-released like a year later, didn't it? But what it got re-released like twice. It got re-released under him once, and it got released under.
But the music video, what year did the music video come out?
What you talking about? The one he did by himself, or the one by College Park?
No, Crank That. It was only one music video that blew up.
No,
Yeah,
he did videos for everything. Though.
No, I'm saying that music video for Crank That.
Yeah, it was 2007.
So that's the year. Because
Well,
I remember it.
Bow Wow did features with Destiny Child.
Okay, Lil Romeo did features with.
No, but I'm
Solange.
saying like that was much earlier than that. That was like 2003 or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
I'm saying like they're still in the same realm. Like it wasn't a 10-year difference.
I mean,
Like
8.
like Soulja Boy came out within the same realm as that. So it wasn't a decade apart for them coming out.
I mean, but you know, 7 years still a long time. That's still a long time, especially in music. That's like computers. You get a 2-year-old computer, that dude's slow.
Yeah. I mean, now, since we're already in the subject of music, even new media for how we listen to music now is even affected, like radio. We don't really listen to radio for music. We just listen to Spotify or whatever, a Tidal, all those. And I mean, like, we'd go to radio now for, honestly, probably the personalities, but even the conversation they have, we listen to that on podcasting now.
But like if you think about it, let's go back to music. Like you can think about it, the music videos. There's no music video shows anymore. It's all on YouTube or Facebook.
I know of one show.
What show is that?
Man, what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show? Man, one of our hosts came up with it.
I want to know where the hell you going with this.
I know where you're going, but I'm just waiting on VA to say.
Yeah, what's the name of your show?
Fucking we'll fix it in post.
No.
The music video show.
Oh, okay. I mean, I appreciate the plug.
Oh man, come on. That was
He was trying his hardest too.
I was trying to set that. I thought you were gonna Vince Carter that
the
dude.
tracks. ND Tracks, okay? That's the name of the show. I thank you for that plug. Like I'm puzzled over here because we over here talking about a lot of
we gotta eat over here.
I got for those who don't know, I got my hand in a lot of stuff. So you telling me what show? I'm trying to figure out what the hell you're talking about.
I said one of our hosts created it.
It wasn't me.
But like I was saying, like there's no music video shows on major network. Like the only thing that I've seen is CMT still has a music video show. That's the only one.
But also, country music its fan base is more of, it's probably the only fan base in music that has like the entire household. Like country music artist could be listened to by the mother, the father.
Alternative music is the same way though.
I can't say that because hip hop is so strong.
I mean, it is,
and then like you can have like everybody listen to Will Smith.
Kids ain't listening to Will Smith.
I said everybody can listen to Will Smith. I'm like maybe not now because he ain't putting out music like that now. But I'm saying like whole household. That Icon song, a lot of people listen to that.
That was his son's song.
Well, what about the Joyner Lucas song?
That's Joyner Lucas song.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, but guess what? Guess what would bring in the other people? It's no different than movies. It's like having a popular actor. You bring in this dude's popular with the youth, and this dude's getting with that. Jay-Z did it for what, like 6 summers? He got with a popular artist, and then Drake does it. It's almost like a formula.
But I mean, I was gonna say indie tracks, but I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, I know what I was finna say. You gotta watch music videos now on YouTube or other platforms. You can't. VH1 used to have play music videos all the time. They used to have a count. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't TRL, but it was. So
I'm like, why don't they have like a Facebook Watch music video show would take over?
I think one of those is coming up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, but it's in the works.
I was like, I wonder if you can license some of those old music videos.
That would be a lot of money, though, right?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like because
them labels ain't cutting no deals.
Here's the thing though, it's like they didn't have to like pay they probably didn't have to pay a license to BET to show their stuff because it did them a favor. It put them in the public mind. You think about it right now, these older artists, they have all this like good catalogs of music.
Yeah.
Is there any way to reintroduce besides the sample their stuff to newer generations or older generations that maybe don't have the CDs or we talked about on the other one, we don't have no DVDs no more.
Right.
I'm like get them to buy it again. Have a music video show and they'll buy it again, and it's cheaper now. It's like
Well, they still have BET Jams, I think. But it's not on BET. It's like on BET
It's its own
Plus.
channel. It's on its own channel. Yeah.
I think the hard part would be for that is creating the audience for that.
I mean,
because they may
I don't
just go,
think so.
especially like a younger audience.
I really don't think so. Like, I mean, you wouldn't have to get a younger artist. Think how many people their audience in that genre anyway. They're already looking at the videos individually.
And that's why I think it would be an issue. Because I just see this on YouTube.
Yeah, but you put it together, it's stronger. And I think a lot more younger people will gravitate toward that because it'd be like, yo, this actually hits. I saw some younger cats like looking at Phil Collins in the Air Tonight.
And now that could be a way to do it. Like you're putting the video, you put the videos together, you get some young kids that never listen to like a Stevie Wonder or something like that, and just have them react to it. I think that could be something.
And they wig out too because they're like, yo, this is good. This is great.
And then you kind of can create conversation out of that. Like you kind of hear like, what do you think is the difference from the music you just heard that was probably like in the 60s or 70s from like today? Like, man, I ain't never heard so many instruments before in my life.
Look, if BuzzFeed can do an article on 10 things about X, you can do a music video show, the top 10 songs from 1990 in the hip hop article. You do it all.
So
make it work.
Because that show would create conversation. Yeah. So I could see that.
And then you could have the reaction stuff that you drop in and put that on new media, social media, all that stuff to draw interest to that one platform. in each different one, you could have something different.
Or you can even have people come in, just they talk about it because people love complaining or debating lists. Just have them talk about, oh no, it couldn't have been Prince, it had to been Michael Jackson. No, it had to have been Phil, and it creates content out of that. And something like maybe a VH1 could do that. Well, I would say MTV, but their format is
they could do they wouldn't spend the time to do it because I don't think the people are there to be able to work it the way they would need to for it to be successful.
Right.
It would have to be like basically a new venture, or maybe YouTube would do it. Like Leo, what's that dude? The music guy's name? He's over at YouTube.
Leor Cohen.
Yeah, Leor Cohen's over at YouTube. Somebody like that would be, into that. Maybe Revolt, but ain't no telling who you have to get involved with that or whatever. And there's a lot of hands still because it's so big because it has so many divisions.
Okay. So while we're in the music aspect of new media. A lot of people may not, just circling back to radio, people may not necessarily listen to traditional radio anymore. They may listen to more of just podcasting, as we're doing right now. So do you think, what do you see as the future of podcasting, per se?
I mean, it's here to stay. This is new radio.
I mean, it is.
So now, if it's the new radio, what does podcasting do to traditional radio?
It doesn't anything to it. Like I think that the audience is there, and then the audience is here. I mean, because radio's not getting younger. It's just not.
Oh no.
So they adapt or whatever. I mean, talk radio, always gonna be there. Sports talk radio, political stuff. There's always junkies or whatever.
Right.
I think that the audience always stays there. I think it just gets more narrow, and then more focused with their audience or whatever, and then their audience is very, very direct still, and they respond with advertisements. So I say the dollars are not really gonna mess with those. Now maybe the music format shows on via traditional radio, maybe that changes because the whole I guess model for streaming and all that stuff changed with music.
Yeah,
and then. We don't consume music is something it's valuable as much as we used to. I mean,
we don't even make it
Well, I think it's chicken or egg kind of thing too. When it comes to that, because I remember it used to take people a year to 3 years to make an album, and it'd be good, top to bottom, and then as over time progressed. They're making an album in 30 days. It's different if you're Tupac and you're recording every day.
It's different if you have a lot to say. Yeah. X did 2 albums in one year. He just had a lot to say.
Yeah, but he's also recording a lot too.
Yeah, and
he was recording a lot. He was working with a lot of producers.
Well, that's that. I mean, some artists still do that today. That's just Moneybagg. He records a lot. There's a lot of stuff that he has. He just hasn't released it. So it's the artist.
Well, that's why I say Tupac.
But the difference between then, there wasn't a demand for you put out something now and 6 months later your audience well, what else you got?
Yeah.
We as an audience doesn't digest music the same.
Well, also too, I think type of artist has a lot to do with that. The type of fan base that you cultivate. Look at J. Cole fans.
Or even Kendrick Lamar fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a wasteful kind of thing because they actually appreciate the albums more over time.
Yeah.
Versus,
I mean, it's also good marketing, especially when you're an artist like that. That's good marketing. You know what I'm saying? To anticipate an album and wait it. I mean, I guarantee probably Kendrick and J. Cole had those songs. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. Not all of them.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'll say maybe. But then again, they're probably sitting on so much stuff. It's not even fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're sitting on a lot of stuff,
yeah.
And so they can, it's just to pick and choose. Well, which one I want to put out.
I think for like this last J. Cole album, because I actually purchased it. Not the physical, but I did the digital stuff. And I'm like, yo, man, like if it's that good, I'm buying it because I want to support. Because if I support, I get to get more of this later. Reward good behavior, reward good stuff.
Right.
Support your local filmmaker for $1.
Not even $1. Look, I'll take a meal. I'll take a, you know what I'm saying? Give me some Facebook shares. You hear that? If I put some stuff out, give me some Facebook shares. That's my support. I don't need no money. Just share my stuff. That's it.
I need straight cash, homie.
No, I don't need no cash.
Give me $1.
Because if
straight
enough
off the cash app.
if enough people talk about me, then the money gonna come.
What's my cash app? I don't even know what it
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, if enough people talk about you, the money is gonna come. Because even the people who are trash, if enough people talk about them,
People
then they're
with
gonna
money
get
gonna want to
noticed.
know who they are.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, my cash tag is Hype Hustle. HYPEHUSTLE.
Oh, so we just giving out.
That
cash
sounds like the
apps
name
now.
of an album.
Hype Hustle, baby.
Okay.
Hey, look.
We'll
Look,
see.
I will appreciate any cash apps that anybody, one of our listeners.
All right,
will
the
send.
next episode we do, I'm gonna shout mine. I ain't gonna shout mine out on this episode, but I'm gonna shout mine out on a future one. All right, and y'all ain't gonna see it coming because I'm just gonna be in mid conversation and bust it out, be like, yeah, blah blah blah, and say this. They gonna be like, damn, what's that? That's my cash out.
Yeah, just
Boom. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to get to talk about news as far as new media. So now we grew up, we watched the news at our local news stations. Probably older, we watch bigger corporate companies like CNN, Fox, MSNBC. Now most people get their news from Facebook, Twitter, online, probably blog sites. Like there's too many. There's a lot of avenues in which you would get your news. So I feel like it kind of helps as far as bringing different aspects of a story, or it brings different stories together.
I say it should, but more than likely it's not. I mean, ultimately, a lot of people are let me rephrase this. Some people are not as diligent as others, and more people care about being first than being right or correct.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff that comes out that is not either all the way factual or anywhere factual. And that hurts in the long run. It really does. Or you have certain people, whatever, that have a vested interest in certain stories to be slandered a certain way or whatever. And that's not good either. And then it's almost incumbent upon us to go against our nature, not be lazy, and check with multiple sources on these stories.
But we have so many outlets now. What are the sources now?
Twitter. A lot of them just source it via Twitter. I mean, Wikipedia is a more credible source than Twitter.
And I think in college, if you use Wikipedia as a source, you was almost failing. You were getting a failing grade for using Wikipedia.
I don't know. Is that still a thing now? You'll get a failing grade?
You could probably use Wikipedia now.
Probably. Just don't use a blog page, and you probably be fine.
Well, depends on the assignment, right?
Yeah, but there's so many. I want to say this. Everybody who has a Twitter handle or a Facebook page or an Instagram, you're somewhat of a reporter now.
Well, I mean, it's citizen journalism. What is it? There's this one lady, Allison Morrow. She's in Seattle or Washington State or something. I think Washington State. And she left to basically do her own thing on YouTube News. And she talks about some of the stuff she dealt with. So I'm like, yeah. I mean, she talks about the exact same problems we're talking about right now.
Now, does it make watching news like frustrating for you all?
I'm not frustrated. Like, I mean, it takes it. You know, it took digging back in the day to get to the truth.
I mean, yeah.
Do you think it takes more digging now?
In some aspects, yeah.
With certain stuff.
I mean, because you got more people with vested interest to keep you misinformed.
And me personally, I would rather be informed about certain stuff. Some people say that they don't like watching the news or don't want to know the news, but why wouldn't you want to know it?
I at least want to know what at least one of the narratives is. Like, typically, I try to get 2 or 3 different sides of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I kind of look for dissent first. So what's the prevailing idea? I want to go against that first, and then go with the prevailing idea, and then go like somebody that's maybe even counter to both of those.
Yeah. I mean, it comes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Now, can you get that from a person with a YouTube channel that does?
Yeah, actually, YouTube is at the forefront of that. Case in point, like say somebody like Tim Pool, who's from Chicago, who used to work for Vice, who talks about the problems and how they went to like more clickbait model versus whatever. And then there's people that talk about it that they're entertaining. There's the Philip DeFranco's, which I don't really watch Philip anymore, but I used to, and I used to get the headline from him and then go to try to source the story if it was like that entertaining or whatever. I would look at his stuff as entertaining, but I was like, I would always want to dig deeper.
So it's just kind of sounding like now our new models, like we'll see a story on the news, let's say CNN or Fox, we'll see it there. Then we try to find, like you may watch it on CNN. Okay, let me see how they're talking about it on Fox.
Actually, I would go beyond the headline, because most of the times the headline is written by somebody else, and it really is almost like a different story than what's actually underneath the story. And that happens a lot, especially online.
And they're probably rushed too. So they just because ideally
they get paid by clicks. So they got to get clicks. So this person is making something to purposely entice. Not saying that to purposely mislead, but to purposely entice.
Yeah, like the premise of the headline was supposed to get you to go, oh, let me read this story.
But most people are
now
not going to want to read.
They take the headline as a story, and I can't give you a story within a headline.
Well, that's what a lot of people try to do.
Now, like celebrity media, like a Shade Room, stuff like that, they probably more, or TMZ, I think they more so kind of go that route because they know they're not going to read the whole thing.
I think everybody goes that route now because it's just lowest common denominator. It's quicker. Newsrooms got gutted. You don't have as many trained just hardcore news people like you used to. So I'm like,
but do people even trust like the hardcore news people at this point?
I think trust is like waning, if there's any.
They trust them to a certain extent.
I think it depends on the person.
Not all of them. I mean, they trust some to a certain extent.
More of like local news or like somebody in.
I would trust local news over national, because there's no way the national is going to get the different wrinkles in the story like the local news correspondents would. And
they're probably getting bits and pieces of it from them.
And sometimes the national drives the local news to like make the story a certain way or word it a certain way, which is crazy. I say they're closer, boots on ground, and these people they're like, oh, we have to do it like this. And I'm saying like on a nefarious tip, sometimes it may be harmless. I don't know, but that could easily be one way or the other.
So now, lastly, when you get to, I say online, like online news sites or online even
like www.
anything. So,
oh my goodness, I can't take y'all.
So
what?
Because we mentioned traditional news would be one form of it was newspaper, but a lot of what we read. I mean, when was the last time you see somebody with a newspaper?
Like a couple years ago.
that you probably saw one before I did because I hadn't seen. I don't think I've seen anything since like the early 2000s.
You just don't be out, man.
No, I just don't. Like the only person I can see with a newspaper is like when I visit my grandfather.
Well,
But
there's
just-
older people who still read the newspaper.
I mean, I used to really like reading the newspaper. I mean, the last time I did that though was like 2004 or 5.
Only time I pick a newspaper up if I'm in it, and the other times that I've been in it, I picked it up. That's about it.
So it has to kind of be within your.
I have to be in it.
You have to be in it.
I have to
thought
be
you,
in it.
Thought you like if I'm somewhere and I see one.
No. It
don't.
has to be a story about
Pertain to you.
pertaining to me.
But then again, like say like some of the culture magazines, like Nashville Scene. I know it's not a newspaper, but like I see that every now and again. I'll pick one up.
I'll still pick up a magazine. I'll still pick those up. I do enjoy the articles in there. So if a artist or actress or whatever that I admire, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna read. You know what I'm saying, the article about them.
So what do you think is the future of, let's say, a magazine and newspaper?
I think, to be honest with you, in my opinion, we are always going to have those. There's always going to be a newspaper or a magazine. Now, if people don't pick them up, that's a different story. Because we're in 2021 and they're still printing newspapers. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it.
Like the magazines, for example, like I say like Affectionado, Cigar Magazine, stuff like that, real kind of niche stuff. I think that ain't going nowhere. Because like, even though people are more digital,
Yeah.
like what I said earlier in the episode about the cassette tapes, or last episode,
Yeah.
like cassette tapes made a comeback. So vinyls, people like that tangible item they hold in their hand. Now, do they value a newspaper at the subscription price? Probably not.
Yeah, right.
But the magazine, if I'm buying it every here and there, I mean, I grew up with Nintendo Power magazine, and that was the joint, man. You'd be like, oh man, like had posters come out and everything else.
I do think that there's a revolving door.
Yeah.
Like now,
Yeah.
newspapers aren't anything, but give it a couple more years, something's gonna happen, and we're gonna go back to everybody getting newspapers all the time and wanting the newspaper and reading the newspaper.
Actually, there's one news source that I was thinking about subscribing to, and they have two versions. They have the digital version,
Yeah,
and they have a print version. And I was like, huh. I was really thinking about getting the print version, like subscribing to their thing. They have like way more articles on their digital form,
right.
but I was like, huh, maybe I get the print version. It's a little bit more, but it comes with all kinds of stuff.
So final thoughts, everyone.
Everything's a revolving door. That's my final thought.
She went all Lauryn Hill on us.
It's very soulful. Carson?
The wise man knows that he knows nothing.
That
at
has
all.
nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I mean, like we get all esoterical, right? I thought.
I didn't mean just random thoughts.
I thought we was getting esoterical.
That
on here.
pertain. What I said pertain to what we was talking about.
Yeah, but I want to say something profound too. Hey,
It got to go within what we're talking about, though. You want to be quoted so bad.
what's old is new. What's new is old. Time is old as rhyme.
We gonna get it to you. We gonna just give it to him.
You want to be quoted so
Nah,
bad.
Just give it to him.
You just want something to say to be
Please
on a
give it to him.
T-shirt so bad.
Nah, for real. Like, I mean, new media's here. Like, so anybody like, clawing and screaming for everything to change, it's already changed. It's not going back. This is the new normal, as we would say in 2021.
Well, I have no final thoughts on this, so I'm getting out of here. You kind of depressed me with that. So thank you all for listening. I'm Kevin Mumphrey with Victoria V.A. Jones, Karsten Hype Farguson.
Ja.
This is We'll Fix It in Post, and we are out.